Good morning, everyone. This is another episode of Daily Stuff in a Workshop, or Workshop Daily Stuff. Can't even pronounce what I'm calling this series. Anyways, isn't that the mock-up engine that's supposed to be in the mock-up MR2? But what you see there, apart obviously my cup of coffee, which is still hot, there is no engine MR2. Hold on, I'll show you that in a minute. First, it doesn't matter from this, it matters from this. These are two wiring looms that I meant to do for a long time ago. Actually, this one, it was waiting for a very long time, like very long time, longer than it's supposed to be. I'm happy I actually concluded and finished them all. Like I said, I don't like making wiring looms. I don't want to do it, but I had to, so there you go. Now one day it's finished, I just have to put the OBD port into it because we ran out of them. They arrived yesterday, so today, probably to this morning, I'm gonna put it on and that's it. This one here, on the other hand, which is again very easy. Actually, with these wiring looms, once you finish everything, they are very clean, actually, very tidy. This is where your ECU goes into these two plugs. This is your earth. This is your main relay, and this. Sorry, my phone is zooming in too much. This is your OBD2 plug, so you can have your diagnostics, you can map the ECU from here, you can do all the stuff. This is your plug for your throttle pedal, which doesn't have to be modified, it just plugs in. And then there's two bunch of people. There's one bunch of people, bunch of wires. There's this bunch of wires and this bunch of wires. Now usually they are connected to the ECU and the body plugs, the Toyota ones. So you just plug it in and off you go when you make these wiring looms. This one doesn't have it because I simply didn't have anything. This customer unfortunately didn't supply anything. He supplied to supply me with both Volkswagen wiring looms because the Volkswagen engine wiring loom is in two parts. And one part, both of them, they connected the ECU. One has a small plug, one has a wide plug. They both connect between each other from one plug, but one primarily does the engine stuff, the other one primarily goes to the body with 5 different plugs. So we need 2 of them. So he's supposed to supply 2 of those, and he's supposed to supply the Toyota wiring loom from the MR2, Roadster, all the stuff. He only supplied the Toyota one and the wrong one from a different engine, different car. So it was completely useless apart a couple of plugs that actually needed a couple of sensors that they were useful. So that's good. So he will have to pay obviously for me, obviously supplying the wiring looms because I had to buy them. So I had to pay them, so you're gonna pay exactly the same money. We're not making any money on extra on top because again, it's not my stuff. But with this particular customer, there's something funny going on, which is, well, not funny. He ordered some stuff last year from us, last year or beginning of this year, I can't even remember. However, long time ago, and he was extremely patient with this wiring loom. I said, look, it's gonna happen when it's gonna happen. I have to move, I have to do a couple of modifications. As you know, I was trying to find a time to sort out the problem of the engine management light. Now, everything on the dash works as, with this wiring loom, you connect that, everything works like standard. So all the dash, the speed, or I explained that before already, but even the engine management light, that was the important one because that obviously passes the MOT and is not a trickery. There's no dodge, there's nothing dodgy going around. That engine management light on the dash actually works like factory, and it works from the Toyota issue and the Bosch Volkswagen issue. So if something goes wrong with the engine sensors or for any reason the engine light should come on, it will come on and you can reset it and diagnose it through the OBD port. Like I said, like from factory, so this is great. I needed a moment to find the time to do it and all the stuff, blah blah. During the development there was a lot more stuff to be done. We had some hiccups, we've done more development, we had some surprises, and it took me a long time. So this customer is waiting, when I'm saying long time is an understatement, and he was waiting much longer than a long period of time, and he was very patient. Only once he was getting a bit, not angry, but was like, alright, what's going on? Which is understandable, and finally everything is done. So what I'm thinking of doing is, like, of course he's gonna pay for the parts, the money we spent and all the stuff. But the job of obviously hybridizing the wiring loom and all this stuff, I'm not gonna charge him anything for this because I think is a good way to say, look, I'm sorry and I appreciate your patience, and I really hate when something goes wrong with especially big companies. All you have written is like, sorry mate, but it is what it is, and I really hate it. And when I'm in a position to be on that side, when I've done something that is not correct, because I don't think this was correct, you shouldn't wait so long. I need to do something more than just to say, sorry mate, it is what it is. I'm saying it is what it is. I'm very sorry. This is what I can do for you. You're not paying for the wiring loom. It's completely for free. Apart obviously parts. He doesn't know anything about this, so he's expecting obviously the bill to be, because he's ordering the drive shaft, billet drive shafts and all that stuff and some more bits, so it's gonna be a good surprise. Yeah, I actually like these moments, because I like to surprise people sometimes with something good. Why I'm saying this to you, I don't know, makes me feel better. It's like, yeah, it's like, oh, it's me, I'm getting stuff for free. No, it's just to say sorry. I take responsibilities for my fuck ups, because this was a little bit of a fuck up. I should have said it's like, look, I have no idea where I can make it. I told you, look, it's gonna be a couple of months, and then it was way longer than that. Anyways, what you wanna see? You probably wanna see my coffee face because it's on the way, but you wanna see what is actually going on with the MR2. My father's mock-up car. Let me get some coffee. So, don't get too excited. Hold your horses. I'm not 100% sure this fits. It's 99% fits, but alright, this is how it goes. Yesterday, Steve was like, I need to borrow your polo for a minute. It wasn't exactly like this, but I put it this dramatic way. I need to borrow your polo for a minute. He came back after about 3 hours with this engine in and say, let's see if this fits. Now, we're supposed to test this engine probably at some point next year. Same way we're supposed to test the DSG gearbox in 1.8 if it fits with my engine mounts in the chassis, and then we've done it this year. Actually, we've done it already for a customer. There's one there, a couple of more minor modifications, but yeah, we can make them. It fits. So 1.8 DSG gearbox, DQ250 fits on the engine and fits with my engine mounts with the little mods in the chassis, almost identically as it fits with the normal 6-speed gearbox. So that's good. But also the engine we're supposed to test next year is already in there, and it looks like it fits. Now the engine we're talking about is a VR series. We have VR5s and VR6s. Now actually Steve, because when he gets something in mind and when he gets excited, the stuff happens now. He gets excited about something, that something is happening now. For example, now, we've tested this engine yesterday. It looks like fits. It does not fit with the DSG gearbox, which is down there. It doesn't fit. We have seen this. I mean, if you want to do custom job, sure, everything fits. You start using angle grinder and a weld and all that stuff. Custom fitment, it will fit, no problems. But this is not what we're doing. We're doing the kit, so everything has to be fitted reasonably fine and reasonably easy, and with just the kit bolt on. That bolt on just does not fit, which, to be honest, I'm not fussy about, because I probably prefer the 6-speed manual gearbox. Like I said before, if you set up nicely, it shifts the gears very, very quickly. DSG has its own applications, maybe truck use, maybe races and other stuff. Auto, if you want to, but me personally, I still prefer the manual. Anyways, so I say last night we finished probably, I don't know what time it was, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, I can't remember. And I was like, listen, it probably fits, but we need a 6-speed manual gearbox for this engine. And unfortunately, they are different than from the 1.8. The bell housing differs, the gearbox is the same. So we need one, a quattro gearbox from Audi TT or stuff like this. Lo and behold, not even 5 minutes, he found one, and this morning he texts me, I'm on my way to pick up the gearbox. This is Steve. Again, if you get excited about something, that something is happening now. There's no wait. There's no time like now. There's no waiting time. Just do it. Anyways, so let me show you. This is a VR5. Now, if you say, oh, VR5, but VR6 are better. Yes, the VR5 is a small brother of the VR6, which is 2.8, or 3.2 or whatever, but the structure of the engines are the same. Now, let me tell you something. There is so much space, we've calculated, we've checked this already. If this engine fits, it means that the big brother, which is 6-cylinder, 3.2, 2.8, it fits also. No problems whatsoever. We got plenty of space on this side. There's a belt that you can't see, but that's okay. We have another about 3 inches of space for another cylinder, because VR engines, they are very compact lengthwise. So if you see this, actually this is your timing, but the engine is actually from here to here, and this is shorter by about 80 mil roughly. This is just rough measurement from a 4-cylinder 1.8. Yeah, you heard me right. They are very, very compact. They are tall. They are thicker because obviously, again, you see the cylinders, they're staggered. There's one here, one here, one here, one there, and one there. And then obviously the 6-cylinder is going to be from here to there, same distance here. So we're going to have pretty much another much of a distance from here to there, which is again plenty of space. So yes, it is confirmed. If this engine fits, the VR6 fits also. Does this mean we don't have an application for the VR5? No, this is an awesome engine. This is very good, very strong, and the VR5 sounds nuts, sounds very good. So they're both very good. But again, the exciting news is that, you know, with the big brother, people pushing like silly power, silly torque. They sounds amazing. These are good too, don't take me wrong. I've seen people pushing 800-900 brakes of them, probably even more. But with ease, this is the beautiful, with ease. But the big brother, that's the bollocks, you know. And so with fairly ease, we can have over 1,000 brakes, one of those VR6 engines, 3.2 or even 3.6, the new models, with a small under 900 kilograms MR2. This is getting serious now. This is getting nuts. Now, can we have that with the 1.8? Of course, 1.8 20 valve. It does over 1,000 brakes, no problems. It's just a different application. This is not something like, oh, this is a better engine, this is the worst engine. This is the misinformation from the internet forums. People thinking the bigger capacity engine is better. No, it's different. And it could be better for one application, or the other engine could be better for a different application. For example, truck use, I would prefer 1.8. It's lighter, it's smaller, it's easy to work on. Now, this is not a thing on the 1.8. For example, the VR series engines, VR5, which we have here, or VR6, it will require a custom intake plenum. Everything else fits, but this does not fit as good as 1.8. Now, it still fits alright. The problem is, like we said with Steve, we are spoiled by the 1.8 and the way it fits. It fits absolutely perfect, beautiful. You can walk on the engine all day long. You can have standard plenums. There is a space to put them on and remove them with the engine inside the chassis. You can have the aftermarket plenums. Most of them fit. It's great. We're spoiled. So in this instance where we know we're going to require a custom-built plenum or an aftermarket shallow plenum to fit in this chassis, we're like, oh, it doesn't fit really great. No, it still feels amazing. So this is great. The only thing that probably stops me from using the 3.2 in my Frog, because actually I don't know, I may actually use the VR5. I don't know, we're gonna see. The only problem is they are more expensive. Now VR5, they're cheap. VR6 is quite expensive because, again, misunderstanding of people. The bigger capacity the better, not always, but they get expensive. Then you got 6 conrods, 6 pistons if you want to build it properly. You know, it gets kind of expensive to build one. 1.8 is literally pennies for the power. So 1.8 is still, I think, a better option. However, this is a toy. This is not a workhorse. This is a toy. It's a sport. It's a small sports car with the possibility to be a supercars killer, or be in the same league as hypercars. Like having a good battle with them, because hey, let's be honest, you put VR6 engine in one of these with 1500 brakes, because it's possible, actually fairly easy on them, and with a car that weighs under 900 kilograms. It's nuts. Let me tell you, you really need a traction control at that point. You really, really need it. It's like no matter how good you are, you're gonna start praying that you have the traction control working on the car. So, you know, and again, reasonably cheap for what it is. And I'm thinking about it. I I may do it to the frog. I don't know. Anyways, big news. There you go. But hold your horses. Like I say, this is 99%. Steve is on the way to pick up the gearbox. We're gonna put it on, and I'm gonna update pictures today if it fits or not. So it's only gonna be a few hours. I think after lunch we're gonna know exactly what's going on. Now I have to make exhaust systems, and I have to have that engine back in the car. So I'm literally waiting for Steve to go ahead with all my jobs, because we need to make sure this fits with my engine mounts and the way it fits. And then we take it out, put the mock-up engine, and I have six exhaust systems to build between today and tomorrow. Busy, busy, busy. That's why I got new gas bottle as well. Anyways, good news is an understatement. This is awesome. 1.8 fits, 1.8 with a 6-speed fits, 1.8 with a DSG fits, VR5 fits, VR6 fits. Probably. Both of them VRs. So stay tuned. I should wait it for Steve to come back and show you everything, if it fits or not. But let's build a little bit of a suspense, because butterflies in my stomach, because we know what that means. So I want you to be, suspended. It's not a word. As I am now, and be a bit of anxious. Let's see. Let's wait for Steve, and we'll see how much of a news we're gonna have. I made myself a coffee. I don't need it. Sometimes good news is more than a coffee can do. I'll see you soon.